The innovative Marine Fusion 10 is all cycled, and it's about time we added a fish and I let you guys know what's going on in the tank. Let's check it out. What's going on, reefers? My name's Blaine. This is the King Tide Corals channel, and I want to say thank you so much for stopping by to check out this week's video. It's going to be a really fun video. We're actually going to be talking about the innovative Marine Nuvo Fusion 10. I've recently got this completely cycled, all set up, aquascaped, and I'm going to be showing you guys what's going on with this tank. Also, I've just recently added a new fish to the system, so it's going to be really fun to introduce it to you all. I want to give a big shout out real quick to Bulk Reef Supply and the BRS Reef Pack for making this happen for me and this channel. Without them, I probably wouldn't be able to do all these tanks in this office, so big shout out to them for helping me out and making this all happen. So thanks so much, Bulk Reef Supply, and let's go ahead and jump right into and flash back to when we picked up the new fish for the innovative Marine Nuvo Fusion 10.
Flashback.
Here is the Basslet here, the Swissguard. I'm gonna try to give you guys a better look at it. The colors on this fish are absolutely amazing. Shout out to KP Aquatics. This is another awesome specimen from them. I've shopped with them for a while now. There's a pretty good look at him. It's kind of hard to tell in the bag, but I'm gonna go ahead and get this Basslet floating in the innovative Marine 10. And then once he's up to temperature, we'll start a drip acclimation, check the salinities, and then get this fish into the tank. So let's go ahead, head that way and get this guy floating. We have the Basslet floating in the tank. We're all set and ready to go. So I'm gonna get this guy up to temperature. Once we're up to temperature, I'm gonna go ahead and flip him over to a bowl and do a little bit of a drip acclimation if it's needed, salinity wise. So we'll go ahead and take a reading, open the bag up, check everything out. But the Swissguard Basslet is floating in the tank and getting up to temperature now. All right, the Basslet is all up to temperature, so we're gonna go ahead and work on getting it into this bowl here, and then we'll check the salinity. If the salinity is up to speed, then we'll probably go ahead and just work on getting the fish straight in. If the salinity is off, then we'll go ahead and start drip acclimating and working on getting the fish to the right salinity. So we have our Hannah checker here. I just actually recalibrated it to make sure everything's up to speed. And the Basslet is sitting in approximately 1.023 salinity in the water it came in. And then the innovative Marine 10 is sitting at 1.026. The Basslet, when I originally found it online, was from KP Aquatics. After I saw it online and at the price it was at, I couldn't say no to it. Normally these Basslets kind of run anywhere from around $200 and up, and this Basslet was sitting at $150 on KP Aquatics. With shipping, it came to about $190. Yeah, I know that's not a cheap fish, but I wanted to get a really nice fish for this tank because I'm probably gonna only have one fish in this system. And I also wanted to add something to the office with a little bit of flair, and I think that Swissguard Basslet totally fits that picture. I'm really excited about this fish, and I wanna say thank you so much to KP Aquatics. Every single time I bought from them, they've always gone above and beyond on the service and what they're shipping out. I think, you know, the Llama shrimp and the live rock that I've gotten from them, and now this Basslet, everything's been great. So, you know, I will obviously continue to go back to them. No way an ad. I just think they're an awesome company to work with, and they do a cool way of collecting some really cool species. So big shout out to them. Thank you so much for collecting and getting such a cool fish for me to add to this tank. Let's go ahead and check out this fish now and see what's going on with it in the tank. Well, we're just in the middle of feeding the Basslet, and this fish has really become such a fun fish to have. As you can see, it's kind of hanging out there in the back. There's a bunch of food floating around, so I've been trying to catch some videos of it. I'll put some videos up right now of it snagging some food, but overall this fish is really kind of coming to its own in this tank. It definitely, I think, needs some coverage in this system, so that way I don't think it gets so skittish. I think it just has too much open area. I think it'd rather have some coverage with maybe some really tall corals or some fluffy macroalgae. We'll have to see, but just wanted to give you guys a couple shots of the basslet snacking on some food and show you guys it's doing well. Let's go and talk about concepts and themes and what we think is going to be best for the innovative marine Nuvo Fusion. As for this tank, I think I'm kind of leaning towards one theme in particular, and that's macroalgae and gorgonians. I think those two kind of go hand in hand. A good buddy of mine, Tyler, Inland_Reef, has an amazing coastal lagoon that I think fits that kind of spectrum. And he has all kinds of different great soft corals within that tank too that I think maybe I could incorporate later on. But as for right now, I think maybe macroalgae and gorgonians kind of just work really great for this tank. It has a really kind of tall height to it, so I want to bring something to this tank that's going to bring height because the aquascape isn't entirely that tall. It's a cave, and I want to make sure I don't change the aquascape at all because I think that that aquascape is going to be really great for the basslet in the long run. Before we finish up for the video, I want to talk a little bit about some of the things that have changed for the tank, as in the equipment, and also show off the aquascape a little bit better. As for the new equipment, we've added a heater and also an auto top-off. The auto top-off unit is the Duetto ATO, and then as for the heater, it's a titanium heater from Bulk Reef Supply. As for lighting, this AI Prime was supposed to be working, but it never ended up working, sadly, so I'm gonna have to swap it out with hopefully another AI that I have laying around, or I'm gonna have to figure out a new source of light for this tank. But as for right now, there is no light, there is no corals, and I think the fish prefers that there is minimal light, so it works out in the end. But overall though, I'm really enjoying this tank. I like this little cabinet down below, it gives space. I need to move the reservoir, but I think the fish is enjoying the tank, as you can see, hiding in his little cave. I think the fish is happy, and I'm really happy with how everything's turning out. Just adding some more equipment here and there, and then gonna add on some new lighting, and then just need to figure out what we're gonna do for corals and get this thing all stocked out and filled up. Thanks guys for checking out this video and checking out the tank and what's been going on, and also the new fish that we've added. I'm really excited about the Swissguard Basslet. I think it's going to be an amazing addition to the office, and every single day it kind of gets more and more personality and gets more and more boastful in being out and being more around the tank. So it's really cool to see. I want to give a big thank you to Bulk Reef Supply and to also Remy. Recently I've been super busy. I've been working super hard behind the scenes editing videos for Bulk Reef Supply, so I'm sorry that I haven't been so on it when it comes to this channel, but there's just so many things going on, and I'm just really thankful for all the opportunities, and I just kind of want to keep grinding. But I also want to make sure that I'm getting on it and staying with it here on this channel and updating you guys and keeping all of you involved, because I want to say thank you to almost 1,700 subscribers. It may be 1,700 subscribers by the time I post this video, but I just want to thank you so much. It's really awesome that you guys support this channel. I think it's a really cool adventure, and it's really fun for me to share all my reef experience with you guys. You know, I'm always open to answering questions, talking reef as well, and also, you know, I'm going to be trying to do more live streams here coming up at the beginning of this next year, the start of the new year. I think that's one of my New Year's resolution goals. But as for right now, I'm just really thankful all of you guys are involved with this, and that I have this channel and everything going on within this awesome hobby. So thank you guys so much, and until next week, happy reefing.